Yeah, it says recording right there. This computer.
Evening. If you print your name and your address.
What address you here for? Or driveway?
Steve.
I have her Would it be the same? Or- Yeah, because I don't know if she was fine. Right, yeah. You know the password for the cabin Wi-Fi? I'm just gonna give Raphael a response. Hey. Rick, what you here for? What address?
6J.
6J. Okay. Thank you, Bert. Okay. Okay. What we have to order.
Hello, have you got the password for the Wi-Fi in the log cabin?
Pam, you're together? Okay. Hi, Elaine, how are you? Pleasure. Gentlemen, which I found it.
Oh, never mind, Gage Bank.
I good.
Later.
Which property you here for tonight?
So I'm just sitting in, but I live at 625 northeast 128.
So you sign in.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just here to watch?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's okay.
Sure.
Enjoy.
Hi, how are you?
Sir, what property you here for today? Okay. Sure, everybody checks in.
Sorry.
Hello, sir. Are you on the agenda tonight? The name, please, or the address? Or the address? The address, please.
730 Northeast 10th Avenue.
Yeah. Okay. Join the two. What do you want was the about alleyway abandoned? Al- This is the. You know? And then there's an alley that goes down the middle. There's an easement that goes behind. Here's the B house. 2001, two-story. Here's the one he wants. So there's an alley here. Oh, there's an alley. There is an alley that goes behind the B house. So. um, there is a process in the code for abandonment right away. Yeah. We have to approve it. There's actually a process for planning, right? But it has to be approved. The First question would be, has the village officially abandoned that alley? Okay. And then I think he backs up to this other alley that goes, there's an alley that goes between the corner house and the B house that goes all the way down, which I think is an FPL easement. So there's an entire process. Well, that would be our, I guess, our question. Well, Here to, but, there is. This came up. Representing like
Your property.
her up. We had to pick her up.
No. It is raining now. Wow.
The discussion. Okay. There is a. Process with the, guidance code for you. There is a. So, yeah, that's, yeah, we do have them. Actually, we're trying to- Pretty question would be fine. Mike's been- Like David Stern. Property report. 9:39.
Sign Joanne.
Oh, I think somebody's already here for you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Good evening, everyone. This is the Village of Biscayne Park Planning and Design Review Board meeting for Monday, May 5th, or actually it's May. Well, May 12th, 2025, correct that. It is now 6:35. Do the roll call, David, Scarlett Hammonds, David Gruen, Gage Hartung. I'm here as well as Linda from the building department.
Second.
David Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye. So, you approved. Motions. All right, we'll go to the. You excuse. Make this go down. All right, we'll go, and we'll go to the residents that are here, or the applicants that are here, and we will, go in order of the agenda. So, first will be 5A 739 Northeast 118th Street, single family residence. And everybody checked in, I believe. I think we got everybody as they're coming in. Make sure I don't miss anybody. We've already done the 3 reviews on this.
Yes, we have. We presenting a smaller project on the property, like a smaller house.
Say that again?
We scaled it down a little bit and are submitting a
So this is
new-
not what we've looked at before?
No,
It's an actual change.
it's a change. It's a smaller house, correct?
What changed? Because
It's just smaller. We scaled it down like 20%.
do we have a picture of what it looked like, the last incarnation?
Yeah,
Rodrigo, do you have anything with
I-
the original?
I don't. Um, no, I don't have anything on me with the original one. Let me, I find something in my email. But
Because the thing is that, you know, through the process, we've looked at all the setbacks, we've looked at the
Mhm.
side setbacks, you know, we've reviewed it 3 times. So now changing it, I'm like, what did actually did change? So now we have
Well,
to go back and look at all the side setbacks.
well, we made sure we made sure we have the correct setbacks and the correct second story, no more than 30 linear feet of structure.
The front facade change, because it seems like it's one flat roof across the front, like, was the part of the original design?
Yes. Yes. Can I see what you're looking at? Make sure it's the same
Sure.
thing. I am, excuse me. So you're looking at this, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, this is, the old house was close to, I think 5,500. This is closer to 45.
So the thing is, I'm not comfortable because of the fact that, you know, if you were saying that this was exactly what we approved last time and we're just looking at it again, but you made significant design changes between the last review and now, and I don't have the documents of the old versus the new.
Let me see if this,
I'm a little concerned about proving something without.
this is, I have I don't have the renderings. I have like the architectural sketches of the previous one.
Yeah.
See if I can find out.
I mean, it's 28 feet high. It's right. There's no roof level changes. It's all one flat roof. This
This is,
This is what we looked at before. Because I don't know if we would have gotten it this far without having some kind of. This is like the definition of a big box. Thoughts over there?
Yeah, I sorry, I've been looking at like setbacks and lot calculating.
this is what we had originally. Here you can see. I mean, it's just one like eyebrow in the front, in the top.
So that middle section got eliminated.
Cool. Well, yes, it's, in my opinion, it's cleaner, but
Oh, just in the
Second
table.
page. No,
Oh.
I had it down.
And there was like a big bump out for the garage or something.
$2. Like,
correct, which created a massive balcony in the front. There is a balcony much smaller. Like everything is scaled down.
One of the things that concerns me is that you had like this center section of a second roof height that's
Right.
now not there. You see, there was like,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
you know,
Okay. I mean, like always,
mean,
we're open to
yeah.
suggestions that you may have.
Well, I mean, my suggestion would be, if you're gonna make changes like this, come back with a printed set that we can see in larger size, because we're all struggling to look at this with.
Yeah, my other questions is like these
Okay.
windows here. and this big one. Sorry, went too far. This big one here.
Yes.
What's like the opacity of those? Cause those are kind of, they're big windows to be in the. back
In the side.
two-thirds Of it. So, and when I was looking at the photos from above, it didn't have any like special delineation of what these. You see how like these windows all visually look the exact same as all the first floor windows, so it's not like it could be like, oh, okay, that's frosted, but that and this double height one.
Well, that's the stairs, I believe. It's on the upper part of the stairs
Okay.
as the house goes up. The rest are bedrooms.
Yeah, cause like this would be having, being on the second floor with views over it, unless these were frosted or you did one like horizontal clear story like this, but maybe higher or like closer to that elevation, that
Mhm.
so that you're not looking down, like that would be a thing that I would say, hey, this is an issue. Also, this clear space, if you put some visual obstruction in the back on that balcony,
Mhm.
besides the roof height, no, not changing, being Gage's comment. That's my main comment. The setbacks all look fine. I didn't do the math on the calculations, but the calculations look like they're correct, even though they're not in like our version, they're just on page one. But you're on
So-
50%.
This is the one that's in the cul-de-sac,
Correct.
well, we've been. Like a bunch of different incarnations kind of.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, the.
And it's not an open carport anymore. It's actually, you got
It's
a
an
garage
enclosed
door now.
garage, correct, on the west side of the property,
Yeah.
how it originally was. Taking the previous property that we demolished.
The other thing that we would need that this doesn't have is it doesn't identify anywhere, remember the front yard can only have like a max 40% coverage. So your lot calculations in this part, right, the area calculations, we don't really care about, but all of these, right, where we're identifying, oh, you're at 48.66, right?
Mhm.
And we also need the separate section that says, hey, the front yard is this dimension and our driveways and sidewalks and everything like that come in under 40%.
Okay, of the front yard surface.
Yeah, just because you're gonna have to do the driveway under a separate permit anyways, but we like to see that separated out for then looking at what the 50% calculation.
Okay, not a problem.
So. Yeah, and
So in terms of the windows and the facade, you wanted to see it broken out?
I would say windows, the back obscuring of the balcony, some height undulation of change on the roof.
honestly, I want to table this and move it back to a discussion item. And have you come in with a printed drawing, because to go through three stages. And then come in for a final approval, which is usually a rubber stamp, because we've already looked at it three times.
Right.
And now you're wanting us to go through and look at every one of these details that we look at over 3 meetings. It makes me uncomfortable.
Okay,
So
I understand.
would like to pause and say, okay, we're gonna come back and we're gonna look at this at the next meeting as a discussion item.
Not a
And if
problem.
at the next discussion item, if we can move it forward because it's a published item, if we approve it, we can approve it at the next meeting.
Okay,
Yeah, that's why I was giving the list of 4 things.
Yeah.
I was.
But I'm just saying, it's very hard to like look at and try to catch every detail. And that's one of the reasons we have
not
a
a,
review process that we do.
Mm.
The other one, did it have, we need to have included in here like the tree survey, which I think might have been included in the first packages, but it's not in this one. And on the site location, it doesn't indicate anywhere where like the septic or the ACs would go. So I would say, just to kind of reiterate, it's the
what were this?
windows
Mhm.
on the second floor, the creating privacy screen on the rear balconies, looking out over the neighbors, the lot calculation of the front yard area, the locations of ACs and septics, and tree survey, and then the 6th one would be the roof undulation.
Okay, so you would like to see the roof shift.
Yeah, there needs to be some change of at least foot, correct? Gage?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like codified, but
Okay.
yeah, so it needs to be at least a 1 foot.
That's in the
The-
code?
The codes basically says no flat top roofs, which
Okay,
pretty much like
understood.
what's here, you know?
Yeah, and regarding the septic tank, I mean, typically, once we have the house approved, then it goes to a septic tank contractor, would then creates a plan according to the layout of the property.
Yeah, my only thought is this is basically your whole area for the septic, which is.
Yeah, your drain field,
Yeah, that's the only area for the drain field.
correct.
So it's just, okay, it would be good to identify, because you have 5 bedrooms.
Mhm.
here. Good to identify that that area is big enough to hold a 5 bedrooms, like they changed the Durham code for it to be.
Right.
So like, it doesn't need to be perfect, because that's a different part of the permit process anyways, but just to make sure that we're like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, we took into account where it was.
Okay. That's fine. So I'll fix, let's table this item for the next meeting.
Yes.
I'm okay, and I'll fix the issues that we discussed. And next time I'll come with the previous approved one and this new proposal, so we can all review it and and
Yeah.
we'll go through the meetings that we have to.
Okay.
Okay, question.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. No problem. Is there a way we can do 967 since I have, if, so I'm not till the end?
Like the last.
Yeah, that's why.
You have plans for that, or is it something that we are,
It's planned, it's very simple. It's just adding.
but it's a discussion item though?
Right, it's just adding like 60 square feet in the back of the structure.
Okay, can you just wait until we take care of it, because it's a discussion item, they're on the agenda, so they're ahead of you.
Yeah, that's
So if
fine.
you can just wait, it would be better.
That's fine. Yep. no-
Motion
no
second.
issue.
Second.
Favor say aye, aye. So David, Scarlett, we're gonna do that on the same one. No, but I don't understand why it's special item, you know, revision to an existing building permit. Yeah. Yeah, should it, if it's already an existing building permit, okay, so again, it's discussion, so. Okay, I'm back. All right, next will be 6A, 701 Northeast 119th Street, concrete driveway.
Sorry to everybody that that's screwed up.
Hello.
Evening, so. A concrete driveway.
Uh-huh. That should be it.
So the survey that we have, those, it says, it marks it as a paver driveway?
It was before,
Okay.
but they said that they were not approved. So we did a concrete driveway instead.
Okay, so this, instead of paver, it's concrete. And it's all along that one side over,
Correct. It's where the existing driveway were, but it was all, I don't know what material was, but it's in the same location as the existing one, but we did a new one.
so you. So you definitely have the lot coverage. I mean, as far as the front yard, you're definitely way underneath your 40%. The only thing that I would question would be to make sure that it's no closer than 30 inches to the side property line. I mean,
Uh-huh.
there's not a dimension.
No. Yeah, we checked on that. We took the pictures
Okay.
for the full process, so
Okay.
we should be good.
Second.
David Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
All right, next will be 6B, 767 Northeast 114th Street gravel driveway. The calculation says 26% on the driveway portion, and then it's not calculated out, but David, you calculate that 272 out of 1543?
They're fine, because he actually has it going deeper than what it is. It has it started being 20 going back to 55, but it looks like at most it'd be 20 going to back to 30 and a half, then 9 foot 1, 5. So it's actually less than 20.
So we have the 30-inch side setback. It goes down the side. Do you have the color of the gravel?
I do. I have, it's in my phone. Is that okay?
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. And the size of the gravel, like what type is it basically? And are we showing the borders, the required borders around the perimeters?
Yeah, he
New gravel.
indicated that. So, gravel.
Okay. Let's upload that to the site, please. I motion to. The borders are detailed somewhere?
Well, he indicated it on the standard form with the driveway detail with the 6-inch. Or like the 4-inch gravel 6-inch compact base quarter point.
And that's our form or that's his form? Oh, he highlighted? Okay, because I just, you're providing a very detailed drawing of the gravel, which is nice, but there's just no mention of the borders that are required. So we just got to make sure that you're aware that there has to be these requirement for borders, which David just read, and you actually have circled on the sheet. But I would just feel safer if it was actually noted on the drawing when the inspector goes out and looks that they see it. Understand the border?
I do. So is it, would you require 4-inch or 6-inch or what kind of,
Sorry.
It's 4 inches around the perimeter.
Right.
And then 16 at the street,
okay,
I believe it's actually
8 inches out there. I'm sorry, 8 inches.
around
Or around the perimeter, 8 inches at the.
side
Sorry.
where it joins. the road.
got it. It's not indicated on there?
No,
Well, it is, you like circle the top part, it's just part D of that instruction. So like normally when people pick gravel, what they do is they just like on this part here, they like.
16. by the way.
on the front page.
Yeah, that's what I said. You said 8. 4 on the sides, 8, 16 are along the street. Border 4 inches deep, 16 inches wide, parallel to the road, 8 inches wide along the remaining 3 sides.
Oh, motion to approve,
Seconds?
Third say aye, aye.
and if you just upload that picture of the
Will
gravel.
do. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Somebody come in. All right, next would be 6D, 835 Northeast 120th Street, pergola. Lot coverage is about 39. Thank you, sir.
Good evening.
So it's like an aluminum roof. It's not actually a.
Thank
Oh.
you guys what to say, but this is the building, this is the 6x6 board which we're using. This is a built-in gutter that looks at the fascia from the front, but it's actually a gutter.
But it's just along the back of the house, right?
Yes, we stay between the measurements of the house, so we're not going above any line of the house. So also on the right side, we stay between the house line, and the projection is only about 8 Yeah, 8.4.
So you're like, but you're 33 from the rear
Yes,
and you're so like smack in the middle of the line. Is it a roof structure or is it a pergola, like a?
it's an insulated panel. It's an insulated panel, NOA approved, of course. It's a 3-inch insulated panel. And
Motion to approve?
Second.
David Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Approved.
thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Bringing in a sample. All right, next, 6E, 849 Northeast 117th Street, flat roof. Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So it's just the flat roofs that are like on the side and on the back?
Right, we have a flat roof over the add-on, the garage and add-on portion of our
Not,
house.
nothing to do with the pitched roof or anything? that's on top.
Correct.
Okay. Motion to approve.
Second.
Favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Coming in. All right, 6F, 941 Northeast on 19th Street, impact windows and doors. Hello.
Hello.
You're replacing all the windows throughout, both the old and the new, correct?
Yes, correct.
They look like they're just picture or casements or some kind of horizontal sliders. Everything's rectangular, basically.
Yes.
They're all what color?
Bronze.
The one arched window, is that above the door? The new one that was added, like
Yeah, the window was added
one that's
recently
above the
above the door. Yeah.
last time you were here?
I think it was the architect. Yeah.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Say aye.
Aye.
Charlotte. Okay, thank you, sir. 6G, 1003 Northeast 115th Street, fence. Where's the tell? Is it marked on the survey?
Yeah, you're just replacing where the existing is, so it's going parallel to the front of the house, and on the back, it's kind of at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, I'm just replacing what's there now and for the side gates, for the side fencing.
And the one side gate looks like it slides in front of the house? Is that the one on the right?
The one on the right, yeah, but it's a setback at the house.
Yeah. Okay. But are these just,
The front ones are all louver.
okay. Are they louver, like on an angle, or are they horizontal, like,
No louver on angle. So
and what kind of gap is in between?
I'm not sure it should say there, but it's just obviously for privacy.
Okay, because you can't be climbable, so we.
No,
we
it's not
require-
climbable.
we
No,
require
it's
a
on an
half-inch
angle.
Maximum.
No, it's not on that. It's not climbable. They're
Yeah,
definitely on
actually,
angle.
If you look at this vertical, this sideways one, looks like it makes
Okay, yeah, I see it then.
motion to
But-
approve.
And it's just gates on the front, there's not all the way around the perimeter?
No, no. Sir. And the two fences on the side. That's
And
it.
the colors?
White.
Nothing in front of the house except for that one gate that kind of goes.
On the other side, there's one as well, but it's just
lines up.
Yep, that's all it is.
Second.
David and Scarlett, all favor say aye. Aye.
Thank you.
You're good. Thanks, sir. All right, 6I, 1008 Northeast 112th Street, paver driveway. Relation 37.
Mhm.
What type of paver? What color?
I had a picture, eh?
What color? Oh, you have a picture.
Okay.
It's just like a terracotta paver? multi-blend,
Yeah.
color blend. And
Yeah, there's a big section of the boardwalk missing. We're gonna-
where exactly is it going? Because I see asphalt driveway, but I don't see where pavers go.
It's 27 for 30.
But is it just replacing what's existing there?
It's
or-
existing, replace the asphalt now. I had a 36-inch for the line.
Like across, you David? 112, 1008, 10, 112. Down.
So just, there's, in the survey, there's an asphalt driveway and then there's a concrete driveway. So it's gonna replace all of that or which part?
It's asphalt now.
Can you show real quickly, just on here? Oh, what you're replacing is just this part? Okay, so it's going straight up from there and it's going down to, well, what part is going onto the property? This is your property line? So it goes down onto your property to the concrete. Yeah, so the concrete deck goes here. Does it go up to that fence? Okay, so basically it goes like that and then like that. Okay. Yeah. So he's cutting off this existing left side isn't gonna exist anymore, and then he's just redoing the existing part.
You mean the asphalt?
Yeah, this asphalt driveway
The
is
asphalt.
getting blown out, and then they're doing this, not doing this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're just supposed to imagine that because it's not drawn on that plan at
Right.
all.
You don't really have it drawn what you're planning to do. There's no draw, it's this, we're looking at what's there. Yeah, so we need to have a drawing of what you wanna do, like, actually take this and just draw on it with, but,
Like here, I'll show you an example.
and so you're gonna have the existing concrete that goes up to the property line, you're not touching that, it's staying. Okay, cause right now it's non-conforming because it goes up to the property line. So if you were to remove that, you would have to bring it back 30 inches. Okay, but then the other issue is that you now have concrete asphalt, and now you're gonna replace it with concrete pavers. So we require all the driveway material to be of a uniform design. So you're proposing two different materials. So if you're gonna do this, I would recommend maybe putting a border around the pavers to make it look like it's a design, like you did it on purpose. Because right now it's gonna look like two different things next to each other.
This is an example, one of the ones we got earlier. This is an example of kind of what we need to see is, hey, this is the new shape of what it is that we're doing. And you can draw it by hand as long as you get the measurements on it. It doesn't have to be an architectural drawing or anything like that. But yeah, so.
You have a copy of it with you? You don't have a physical copy, no? Because I think what we're gonna have to do is table it, or for you to do a drawing that shows it. But if you had a physical, you could maybe even like physically draw it and give it to us, and we could say, okay. But now, I mean, we're gonna be here maybe another 45 minutes. But if not, we're gonna have to table it,
Otherwise, it's gonna be
the next meeting.
another meeting. Yeah.
Motion to table, please.
Motion to table.
Second.
Fair say aye, aye. The reason we're tabling it is because the drawing is incomplete. All right, next would be 6. Yay, sorry, I wrote over it. 1014 Northeast 116th Street, Donoff.
Good evening.
How are you?
Good. Everything good.
So we're doing another driveway
Another driveway.
calculations. 39 and 20. Okay. You're doing brick pavers?
For pavers, yes,
Are
sir.
they just brick color or are they any particular color?
Like a charcoal gray,
Charcoal and gray?
and we're gonna have a border around it.
So so you're a little over your actually, you're over your calculation on your right of way. You have a like 40%. Well, actually, no, I mean, kind of not, it doesn't go the entire length, so.
Yeah, I think they picked the math because they picked 8 feet by 59.
Yeah.
Kind of on purpose. Like, that's the foot that gets closer.
But they're saying that there's 60.67, so they're actually, it says cannot exceed, hold on. No, it does say 39.33. I think the numbers might be in the wrong because of the the pervious impervious thing. But the maximum lot coverage that it's covering is 39%.
Mhm.
You following me?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is where he drew this in the road, the swale is actually the area that's before it. So the swale for his place looks like it's 8 feet wide by 75 total. So if,
Well, no, because if you look to the right, it does say Parkway 9 feet. Doesn't that say 9 foot plus minus Parkway?
Yeah.
So that's where it says asphalt is not the road. That's actually the asphalt that's in the front currently.
We're wanting to do that as well with the pavers.
Yeah. So I think he's got it correctly. It's just it looks like it's part of the road, but
so then really it's 8 foot.
so you have like ribbons right now and then asphalt across.
Right in front of the house,
So it would be
all the
8
way
feet
across.
plus Times 75. 17. That going all the way across. Doesn't work, like the 59 feet. You took 70, if you wanted to do it in that space, if you took 75 times like 4, you could go 30 feet across. Now, if he's only doing it for half of the distance, then I guess he could go get up to that, which I think is what he's trying to do.
Yeah, it says, so if you look, it says 25 feet from the property line to the center of the road. But then it says 15 feet asphalt pavement. So half of that's 7.5. So 25 into 7.5, that gives you his swale. And then the eight feet is,
17.
yeah, 17. So what he's saying is that the 8 feet is from the property line to the beginning of the asphalt that he currently has in his right of way. But you're saying with all those numbers, they're still
No, it's
still over 40?
so no, so then his total swale calculation is 1275 versus he wrote 16 times 75. It's actually 17 times 75, so it's 1275. And then if he wanted to do 40% of that, then he could cover 510 feet. So if he did that divided by 8 feet wide, he technically could go out to 63. So this is fine. The survey wasn't helping us, but
The numbers are correct
Yeah.
if you look at them.
so I would motion to approve.
It's just any area that's not going to be pavers, that's there's a little bit area there on the left-hand side. That's it looks like it continues on to the neighbor's yard.
The neighbor's yard happens to be my
You
daughter
have
and
to remove
son-in-law.
everything that's on your property, all that.
That'd be
asphalt
fine.
with
Sure,
the
of
newspaper, so.
course.
I have a motion.
Second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried. Rick, do you live here in the park?
We just moved in, my wife and I,
Oh.
next door to our kids.
Okay.
116.
Oh, welcome. I know you've been around, so.
We love it. Yeah, we're really enjoying it. We've been in condominium life for 40 years, so it's kind of like a shock how,
Okay.
what a mistake I've made for 40 years.
Wow.
Oh, wait until,
I'm
wait
t-
until you have to mow and cut everything every 2 days during the summer. Yeah.
Tomorrow. It's tomorrow. So I'm 2 blocks away from you, so maybe I'll see you around. So, take care. Bye. All right, next will be 6M 11130 Northeast 10th Avenue, tile roof. Tile re-roof. All right.
You see this,
There's gonna be metal. Okay, let me just-
11130 Northeast.
Remove existing shingle roof system and install new metal roofs.
Yes, that's correct.
So it said,
They
should
wrote,
say tile re-roof.
yeah, they wrote metal roof too on this page.
Okay, let's see what we got here. It says it in here, just on the survey, agenda says. Is the form filled out here? It's a lot of pages, so I'm kind of scrolling through 70 pages. No. So it's a 412 according to your drawing, so.
It's accordingly, yeah.
Okay, so 412. 412, I believe it requires an.
You would need the photos.
412 actually requires a 12-inch overhang. 12-inch overhang with a 6-inch fascia. So, there's a form you have to fill out and sign, so
Yeah.
no one found it?
But it's the problem of the roof, not the structure. Exactly, I don't know exactly how big it is. But it's
Yeah.
gonna be exactly as it is right now.
Yeah, so the issue and the reason why it's in the code is because they don't want the roof to go to any like gabled ends that end straight at the structure.
Yeah.
So the form, which you can write when you walk into the office, is on the right-hand side. Very easy to fill out, but the other thing that you're supposed to upload with it is photos that basically just have a tape measure to the bottom of it, verifying, hey, yes, it does have a 12-inch overhang to these.
But, and just to jump onto that too, I mean, it's more than just the end gables. The code is written that, if you're gonna do a metal roof in Biscayne Park, you have to provide overhangs on the house. So whether the house has overhangs or not, if it doesn't, you're not allowed to do a metal roof. So, or you have to add the required overhangs.
The house already had the overhang.
Okay, so the thing is there's no documentation of what the overhangs are. There's a form, like David was just saying, that has to be filled out and signed by the contractor or the homeowner. I'm not sure which one has to sign it. But you have to provide proof that it has the required at 412, the 12-inch overhang around the perimeter of the house. And what color is the metal?
It's dark brown,
Brown?
dark brown.
Brown.
That would be 12 inches all around the house?
Yes, on the pitched area, on the pitched areas.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just a standing seam metal roof, nothing different. Yeah, so we can't vote on it right now because there's no proof of what the overhangs are. So fortunately, we have to table this for additional information.
Now, if you provide those things, but nothing that just says, hey, the roof is gonna be brown, and here's the form, and here's photo with the tape measure.
But we have to come back again in the next meeting?
You don't have to come in person, but we have to have it in order to be able to approve it.
So if you.
So if you have those three things added, you don't need to come back.
So there's a form that looks basically like this. That you have to, there's an overhang, the fascia, the pitch, 412, or 12, the color, and then you have to sign it, proving that you're testifying that it is. And then we require photographs of the house on all four sides to prove that it matches. Because sometimes people don't understand and they'll sign it and they don't have the actual overhangs.
And it can be.
So as long as there's no question, you don't have to come back. But if there's an issue where you don't have the 12 inches, you might want to come back and talk to us because there might be,
I took that or I brought by the internet same way.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't have to come back again.
No.
if there's no issue.
On there, then we can approve it without you being here. We just see, oh, okay, yeah. No, we don't review that. We say, okay, it's good to go. Then the actual engineers would.
So are you the owner? Okay, because I believe the owner, this is the duplex on 10th, correct? Yeah. The owner had come in prior to us and we reviewed this with him, that there was issues with doing this metal roof. And I thought he agreed that he wasn't gonna do a metal roof. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so I think we've been down this road once before with this homeowner.
Sorry, what street is this on?
This is 10th. This is the one duplex that's in the middle of all the other ones that have tile.
No. No, he was trying to get shingle and we were like, no, everybody else has metal.
It was the shingle is why he came in. Okay.
So yeah, he can do metal. There's 2 of the duplexes on that same street.
Okay, so he tried to come in for shingles. My apologies. So, yeah. So it does appear that you have overhangs. I mean, it's hard to see because there's a bush in the front, but your neighbors, which are the exact same architecture, look like they have overhangs, so you're most likely are. On 10?
Yeah, on 10.
I mean, we meet every 2 weeks.
Yeah. We'll be.
I mean, we're gonna be here probably another half an hour. Yeah. So. On all 4 sides, just go quickly with your iPhone and take a picture. I don't have a copy of this. That's the thing. This is mine. But if you. It should be in our packet of.
You want to see the?
What was that? What was that right there? One more. Right there. See? That's not, so the actual, there it is. So that's what you need to fill out and you need to show us photographs. So
This is the house. But this one is, it's the
that's
same.
across the street.
Yeah, it's the same. No, it's the same, that entire row and that cul-de-sac.
Oh, it must be a public safety officer or a judge or something because that's why they're different. One side of the street is different than the other architecturally. But anyway, he's gonna go check it out. So we'll just hold it we won't vote on that until they come back. 6N 11431 Northeast 11th Place. Exterior paint. Hello, how are you?
So I got a courtesy notice saying to repaint the house because it was blotchy.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was blushing?
Blotchy, like a little blotchy. The paint was faded in some areas.
Okay.
So I just want to paint it the exact same color.
Parts of palm color.
Parts of palm. Last time I painted it, I didn't use Sherwin-Williams. So it's not, it wasn't called Hearts of Palm back then, but it is a color match. I'm just using a better paint this time, so hopefully this doesn't happen
So we're
again.
just doing color approval. We don't require permits for roof or for paint. But we have the, we make the approval of the color. So I mean,
Right.
that's what's on there now. It looks good.
So motion to approve.
All right.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Thank you.
The painting is the hard part.
You have your drawing? Me? Yeah. Huh? No, I mean, if I'd rather, this gentleman is watching us tonight and, he's just enjoying the show. And, if you have a drawing for us, we can come back to you. And you were, just remind me again, you were 1008 Northeast 112th Street?
Yes.
Okay. This is concrete.
No, right now it's grass.
It's grass. Okay. It's all grass. Yeah. So what we're gonna need is, we need this to go further onto your property. So. Yeah, but I'm telling you right now that, you have to be able to park the car on your property. Right now, the way you have it, it's kind of half on, half off your property. You follow me?
So
Yeah.
here's your issue. You see how it says 17.85? It has to go 16 feet in, so it has to be almost 2 feet away, 1.85 away from this
You're gonna have
fence.
to come
So it
in
has
your
to go
property.
deeper. It's okay? So basically it would have to go like this, right? And then over like this, right? Same thing.
Because you have to get the car,
And then
your car needs to be parked on your property.
this says 16 feet. Yeah, and then it would go straight out this gap, which this says that right of way is 25 feet. It's gonna be a very deep thing. but The only issue then is, sorry, so 75 feet and you wanted it to be 36 feet? That's right? Is that what you wrote 36? Hold on 1 second. I'll tell you. So 20,
So you know we're back up here.
25 times 75.
Yeah.
4. So this can't be 36 feet. The most it can be is 30 feet long. Okay, so it has to be 30. And I'm just gonna write over on the side, just because we did a couple of stuff. So we say 30 by 25 and square. 30 by 16 on the top. Right. So then this, you're gonna have to upload into the same way you did the other pages. This, you're gonna have to upload into it and then, okay. Tranquilo, drop it down. So, motion to approve pending the upload of
The amended driveway design.
Yes.
For the actual design. Yeah.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Yeah, this is now, I'm changing it from tabled to approved.
Yep.
Thank you. All right, one less table. Yeah, you gotta, it's approved pending you uploading that drawing.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, 7A, 967 Northeast 117th Street. This shit. Thanks for, waiting.
Of course. Okay.
So is this the addition? Okay, so this. Why is it tagged as new addition? Instead of just a revision to the plan?
I have no idea how it's tagged, but high level, we're just extending the utilities room in the back a couple of feet to have a larger space.
Hold on. Is this the house on the corner?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not.
So it is, so the permit, so it is a new addition because the old house, the permit's already done.
Correct.
So it's new. Okay. It's not a revision to an existing.
The original permit is closed with a CO. This is just,
Just to try and close the deal. What
just,
percent do we get?
we're just adding a little bit to the property. Not much, just about 60 square feet.
Tell me what I'm looking at. 'Cause
Basically, there was an outside area that was behind the laundry room and the half bath that now they're closing in to extend the.
So you're
laundry room.
creating that cabana into a bathroom, like an additional bathroom?
Correct. We're putting a shower for like in the bathroom, and we're just making it larger utilities closet.
So it's just a little tiny addition. So it's a
It-
new permit, and as far as your lot, your calculations, you haven't gone over your 50%?
Yeah, it doesn't change it because it just went from being outside covered.
Correct. Correct. If it changes minimal, but most of it is already covered.
48% basically.
Right. We're still under the 50%.
So can I get a motion to move this to 6Q, I guess?
Motion to move to 6Q.
Second.
Okay, so we're moving this up to the new business agenda, 6Q. And all in favor, say aye. Aye. We did that. And then now can I get a motion on the actual 6Q?
Motion to approve 6Q.
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
I appreciate it.
Good luck.
We need to.
Well, that's it for us. I mean, you're gonna have to go through the building department on that. But as far as our zoning goes, we're okay with it.
Thank you. I'll see you in 2 weeks for the other one.
Okay. Yeah.
So when you need to-
Can you come up with a? Can you come up with?
We'll see.
Can you bring a printed copy of the plans?
Yes, I will. Yes.
A lot to digest from them,
No, I'll bring the old and the new
please.
so we can compare. And
All right,
Thank you.
everyone, thank you so much.
Good said about the first one. Showed up. Yeah. All right, so would you have minutes from you have any questions or anything, or?
But I met Officer Gutierrez.
Okay.
And he was like, you should pop by. I told him I was in real estate. He said you should pop by and just check it out and maybe meet some people and see how it works.
Okay, well, welcome to the neighborhood.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
What's your name?
Daniel.
Daniel, hi.
Where are you?
So 115, 625, 115. The one that's one off the corner, nice circus man, one a couple years ago. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, son. It's been a pleasure. It's very nice, everyone.
Yeah. Have a good rest of the evening.
Thank you. All right, so we got minutes from the April 21st, 2025 meeting. Let's.
You have another one next.
Yes, go back to our schedule. All right. Yeah, well, the deadline was today, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you just have to start prepping for next week. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully it's not that big. All right, I have the mission in 1 minute here. 5C. So 5C, it says no motion made. It was actually motion to table. 5C says,
Well, but did we actually need to make that motion?
well, we usually make a motion to table.
Because the description says we're made table. Okay.
I mean, I wrote it down as 5-0 tabled, so. Okay. Yeah, it says table 5-0.
Everything else.
I'm good.
Okay, can I have a motion, David?
Yeah, motion to approve.
David Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye. minutes are approved as amended with the one. I mean, they should just change that one as, yeah, but I don't think we have to bring it back.
That variance is getting heard on Thursday.
Yeah, so all three variances are coming on Thursday, so I don't plan on being here for
Say
that.
this week?
Yes. Yeah, I know. Thank you for doing that. Middle of the day.
That did make me wonder though, does this meeting happen at 6:30 because that's something that board that from us we decided on, or is that something that's decided by like the commissioner / outside?
I mean, we've always met at 6:30 on Mondays.
No,
mean,
I don't have
if we wanted to vote to move it to another time, if the,
I can
the thing is
do, I can,
available.
yeah, I can do earlier, but to me, it doesn't matter. I was just curious about that one. I heard that the variance one was Thursday at 3 because of that whole time.
yeah, I don't get that at all, but no, I mean, we could conceivably change our time if it was something that worked, but
To me, it doesn't.
I work
not-
until 5, so it's hard for me. It'd be hard for me.
You're the boss. Plus, evidently, we can't have a meeting without you.
Oh, I think that's- It's all good. So 5B, 835 Northeast 120th Street. Pool and Sun Shelf. Why did we table this last?
But it's, just here.
Was he?
We just did a new permit for. What was,
835 Northeast 120th Street?
yeah, the permit.
Smaller.
Literally just did this. So here.
But he was the pergola guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't the pool guy.
Like, well, yeah, but it's same house.
Why did they have pictures of the septic tank? Why did we table this the last time?
There was a dimension issue with,
The setback?
it wasn't dimensioned, and I think it was in the. Now it looks like it's at 10 feet. Oh. Yeah, now the water line is 10 feet, and the back of the project is.
10. Hold on, what is that thing that's, it looks like it's like a fire pit or something.
Thing on the right hand.
Yeah,
I think that's a waterfall wall.
yeah, but it's the structure inside the,
Yes.
oh, yeah, that's an issue.
Yeah, it says, wait, it's automatic.
It was a
Oh, no,
plate.
it's an automatic cover. It's a pool cover. So it's built into plug in there.
Okay,
If you go down to the next page.
motion, please.
Motion to approve.
Second.
David, all for David and Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Approved. All right, are you ready for us, sir? All right, so we're back to 11130 Northeast 10th Avenue, metal re-roof. So what do you have? Oh, it's 6.
The face is only 4?
Yes, right.
Yeah. But we'd have to. Spend it.
Or just have a new board on.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. But this is what we have.
Okay.
This is the. Your information. 8 plus.
Yeah.
This is 1 feet and 1 foot, so.
Yeah.
It's more than 4.
Okay. Now, you said brown before, and now it's a
Yes,
charcoal gray.
Okay.
Okay.
Charcoal gray,
Okay.
it's the first. It's not, this is not the house.
If they're they were built as duplexes, though. A lot of people have converted them into single family. But charcoal gray is approved, gray is an approved color, and you have the required overhang. You just have to submit that drawing and you have to,
No, you need to
You gotta-
scan it to put it in the system.
you gotta put some blood on there, you're like.
Yeah.
But there's a form of that that actually has a signature and everything on it, so. Yeah, it's, I don't know if it's, I don't think it's that one, but there is a form that's at the village hall that has a place for, the contractor's signature and everything like that, to date it and all that. You should get that one, yeah. That one, it should be online, I don't know.
No.
It's the hall and it's closed, it's after 5, but we're gonna go ahead and vote on it. But you're gonna provide a 6-inch fascia, you'll note that on that drawings, to be changed to 6. You have the required overhangs, it's gray.
Second.
From CI, aye. Okay, motion carries. Thank you, thanks for working with us.
You'll get an email, well, you need to upload the correct form, and then you'll get an email saying that you're either approved, because it'll go to all of the engineers to approve it, or then you'll get an email saying engineers need clarification on point A, B, and C. And then
So we're just zoning. We're just zoning, that's it. Now it literally is gonna become a building permit, it's gonna be applied for the building permit. So it has to go through the building, yeah, it has to go through all the building department now. Thank you, sir. Okay, 5C, 930 Northeast 108th Street, pergola. Another pergola. 5C. Okay, so, seeing 12-foot and 10-foot 4, okay. So it lines up with the back of the house. Oh. I think, oh, this is the one that we were like, isn't there a pool there or something like that? Or didn't, oh, hold on, let me go all the way to the bottom here.
Is there an issue with it being by 20? Is that too big for some reason?
It was that, and also the fact that there, I believe, it's not showing the pool back there, like. And where's the lot coverage calculation? Hold on.
Do pergolas count for lot coverage?
Yes. Structure.
Yes, that definitely.
So the survey is not correct, and that's probably why we tabled the last time, because we were all like, isn't there a pool back there?
So in this photo, the pool looks like it's abandoned, and this is an older photo. Like, that's not what the front yard and all that stuff looks like now. So that definitely is not an occupied pool, so there's a chance that it got filled in.
I doubt it. This is that house that they came in and did all that work with us to try and put a big addition on the front.
Yeah.
And it never happened. So I think the reason we tabled it is the survey's not correct.
Well, we need clarification as to whether or not the pool exists. Because if they did fill it in, then the survey would be correct.
Well, let's look at the date of the survey.
Yeah, what date is the survey? 2020, it says 4/23/2020.
Oh, well, that's very recent.
Yeah, I would guess then that they filled it in. The reason why I think maybe too that they filled it in is because that lot always was the lowest. Get a lot of rain, put the same water in it.
Oh, my God.
So there's a chance that they got filled in because of it. But
You know that for a fact? You
Know that
know the
because I
person?
live-
You know the person?
I live around the corner, and when it would rain a lot, my wife was
Front.
not allowed to drive around that corner because she tried to flood her Mini Cooper twice.
Yeah. I'm just want to see more. And there's no lot coverage calculations. I don't see.
No.
That
So-
would be the thing that well, it says lot size 12,150, house area 1,665, new aluminum roof.
It does say on the, yeah,
We have a form.
on the survey,
Yes, I'm just saying it
Yeah.
says on the survey.
it's less than 20%.
Or the house, the pergola, the pool.
We don't know what they're
No
including.
pool. You keep trying to trick us into saying that there's a pool.
Well, you just showed me a picture of something that was dug into the ground.
Yes, yeah.
So,
I-
and it
I'm-
had a concrete shell. So even if they filled it in with dirt, it still had a concrete shell that's under the ground,
Maybe.
you know?
Well, yeah, so I was just reading this box right.
So also, that survey is not signed and sealed.
But I don't honestly think that it's a survey, it's from an engineering.
Oh.
Says the build.
All right.
It's not signed and sealed by anybody.
Yes, well, what I would say is that we need to have the survey and we also need to have the lot.
Yeah, it's not signed and sealed by anybody. I mean, if this is by a professional engineer, then they have to sign and seal it.
So motion to table pending lot calculations, sheet and a, sign.
Okay. You with us, Earl?
Yeah.
Fair say aye. Aye. Okay, so motion is tabled for additional information. As David just described. Okay, 5D, 1017 Northeast 115th Street. Roof. Lot coverage.
Sign and sealed survey?
Yeah. And the signed and sealed survey and lot coverage. Because they, missing both of that.
We're 5D now?
We are at 5D, yes. Proposed aluminum. Did we approve this?
I think that they were
Setback.
missing the dimensionality of it.
Yeah, on that one side, so it's 10'10". According to this.
This is the same engineer.
Engineer, yes.
What address?
It's a different. It's 1017 Northeast.
Motion to approve?
What is this? Not the one that they did the driveway without. This actually looks like a real survey, not this engineer's thing.
Well, it's definitely the engineer.
Sign and sealed either.
But I think this is a little more
Me, this is,
self-explaining,
yeah,
10'10" setback.
and all the other pieces are already existing. It's not added to lot coverage.
Okay, so I have a motion.
Motion.
Everybody okay on the second?
Hold on a second.
Oh, and if you look, he's providing us sheets SS, S1 and updated in Plan C, S2. The notes from our meeting, on page number 5, they have a response sheet or
Yeah, that's what I was reading.
provided us what we asked.
Okay. I'm second.
For the aye?
Aye.
Next, 5E, 11120 Northeast Fifth Avenue. Metal roof, another metal roof. Okay, so. 18-inch overhang with a 6-inch fascia on a 5.5, 12. I say slate gray. Sorry,
The color is slate gray.
right?
I'm good.
Have the photos. No, take that off. Okay, we're matching. All good with everything? David, good? Photos and the entire coming off and we do hit through fire. Yeah, they wrote,
Second.
Aye, aye. Motion carries. All right, next would be 6C 824 Northeast on 11th Street pool. One of those big houses on 11th, yeah. This is the one that I think we approved it a couple months ago. So
You know,
now
it
they're
looks like
coming in
it's
for-
already in and existing.
They're coming in for the pool now. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
I'm sorry, guys. The only thing is they don't have dimensions for the setback. But
Yeah, but it has borders around the outside.
oh, I see it now. Okay.
Next, 6H 1007 Northeast 107th Street, 17th Street, concrete driveway. My calculation, 24.3. Comes out to the street, 6-inch plain concrete approach, fiber mesh,
That looks
blah,
good to
blah,
me.
9 feet, 9 feet, 4 inches per.
Yeah, all of the dimensions are good. Motion to approve.
Second.
Say aye, aye. Carries. Next one, 6K 10901 Northeast 10th Avenue. Tile roof. Another one down by you.
Yes.
Six. Saxony 900. Their color. Looks like it's a flat concrete. See a color. okay, can we prove it based on share?
Yeah.
Proving, as long as it's.
Motion to approve pending approval by chair of color selection.
Second.
Favor say aye, aye. You'll just send me or call me or whatever, get the note of color. I'll just say approve. 6L 11010 Northeast 9th Avenue, gravel driveway.
Don't indicate it on there.
So nothing. There's not even a calculation sheet.
Yeah, so motion to deny pending calculation sheet, the driveway selection form.
Gravel color.
The gravel color, the survey with indicated location of new driveway
And the border. It's gravel.
All the information needed for gravel driveway, basically. Because they have nothing. All they have is the survey of what the existing house is. There's nothing like, this is where it's gonna go. Doesn't look like they have any driveway at all. They have.
That's what I was gonna say, it
They have a
doesn't have a
sidewalk, that's it.
driveway on it.
Okay, so next, no, all in favor say aye, aye. So motion is denied, 3-0. All right, 6012015 Griffin Boulevard. Mr. Leva.
Oh, that's why.
Facade. Let's see.
Does it look like he's doing a carport?
Yeah, it looks like a permanent carport with turf block,
But why would he call it facade?
but he doesn't have this carport now, so
No.
you would
not
think
at
you would
all.
call it a carport. Trying to understand
Yeah.
the logic. So, full turf block. So he's within his front setback. If you look at the survey, it's fine. It's 57 feet back, so he's 7 feet beyond the 50-foot setback. And it doesn't, it's 11 feet from the side, so setbacks are fine. Just, you gotta look at lot coverage. Is there a lot? Here it is. He actually brought, he brought this by. I don't know why it's not in the packet, but he has the lot coverage of, he has a huge lot. I mean, it's 29,000 square feet. So, that's a lot of grass. So he's at 36% with this parking surface drive thing. Not sure why it's called facade. That's the only thing. It should be, it actually, not even a carport because it's part of the house. So it's actually just an extension of it is technically a carport, but it's not the definition of what we call a carport because then a whole nother thing kicks in.
I think that's probably why you use the word facade.
Yeah.
He's trying to maintain a certain facade.
Yeah, but he's still, that only applies if you want to put it in the front setback. So this is like, this is part of the house, so. All right, so 6-0, I don't see any
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye, aye. Approved.
He would still, does he still need to do the refusal form?
No, not here. And then the next would be.
And again.
P 12015 Griffin Boulevard for pool and pool deck.
All he is doing is changing the materials. He's not changing the footprint or anything like that. He's just diamond brighting it and changing the stone. So motion to approve.
So why would he need a permit for that?
Because you got somebody, we've had a couple where all they did was diamond bright. So the lot coverages don't change. They bring this.
Did you motion?
Yeah, he should
Second.
just upload it. So,
Did this guy,
motion, Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
wait a sec. So she's the architect, right? But her little logo looks like the outline of the house. Notice that? Very cheap.
Oh, cool.
Wife?
Fancy. Love creative.
Edward, I see you,
Where's the logo?
like, up, in that top right corner. Now go up, go to the house.
Yeah, David and Scarlett. Yeah, that's what he had said at the beginning. He said they were gonna just do it that way the entire meeting. So it would be easier on you.
Yeah.
That's what they said at the beginning. Remember I said, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
David,
Well, I was trying-
first David, Scarlett, and then
I
it
was
was just
trying to make your life.
make your life easier. Okay, so we have a discussion item, which is 7B. They're not here. So they did submit the plans, which is nice, but typically we like them to show up.
Our thing in the past,
Isn't this the one that we've seen this before?
Yeah, the back part is extremely cantilevered.
They wanted to do, these are the gentlemen, that was a group of them, and the one was the architect. I think it's over on Ninth Court, yes. And they had like a third floor roof deck, and we were talking to them about the pitfalls of doing all that. But it would technically, oh, you know what? They weren't, I don't think they actually had purchased it yet, so that's why this is first preliminary review. I just wish that they were here. Yeah, this is the same one. So do we table this and just say, it's a discussion item?
Right. The issue is in order to be able to provide feedback.
Right.
It's like, just off of like renderings and stuff like that, there's no.
I mean, it's a very interesting house. I mean, it's got emotion, it's got all the different things. They still have that roof deck on the roof. Plants up there.
how do we treat, see in the first rendering? They have, on the bottom picture, they have like, it looks like a 10-foot overhang over the back side of the kitchen thing. But they don't indicate that anywhere as far as square footage for lot coverage. Just because it's grass underneath, that's acceptable, correct?
No, I mean, it's got a roof on it, so to me, it's part of the improved structure. So to me, it would be part of the lot coverage.
Yeah, if you look at that 2 pages down from that, it's not indicated. You can see the.
I mean, it's a gray thing because it is cantilevered, so.
It's also very, very deep. Like normally I haven't seen a cantilever thing going out more than like 4 feet or so without any like tension wires or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, even with the cantilevering, it's still 11 feet from the rear. So first floor is a 10-foot setback. So, I mean, if they're listening to this, we can just give them some feedback. Driveway, they're doing like a carport in the front because we talked to them about the rules allowing for carports. But they're still setting the house back 41 feet. Okay. Roof above. Huh. Sure, I'm understanding how that first floor carport thing is working because it's only covering half the driveway in this drawing. But they did 20 feet deep by 24 wide. No.
have a barrier in the middle because they have to have center columns.
Yeah, but if you look at it, it's only hatched on one side. So that would be a question, part that's overhanging. What are they planning to do there? First floor setbacks look good, second floor. It sets back 5 feet, so the second floor setbacks are 3, 2, yeah, it looks like they listened to us about the 30 feet. Doesn't have,
Yeah, one's 15 feet four, one's 14.
yeah, so they did the 30-foot setback on the one side, and then the other side. The other side, it's complete.
Now their height is 26'9" before their railing. Their railing is probably, their railing is another, looks like 1 foot 1 inch. So their total height goes to 27 feet 10. To the top of their railing.
Okay, I'm sorry.
27 foot 10.
To the top of the railings. Okay, well, they know that they have a 28-foot overall height. So he was listening to us. The wall on the left side of the second story is 34 feet long, 6 inches.
But isn't that tucked way into the property?
Well, if you look at the survey, the right, it says it's a 10-foot setback. So
Wait,
he's,
I guess I'm
he's, if you look at the first floor page, left-hand side, 10-foot setback for the first floor.
Yeah.
And you look at the second floor, the wall lines up with the first floor. And it's still, so that means it's still at 10 foot. So in order for it to be 10 feet on the setback, second floor setback has to be only a maximum of 30 feet long.
Right.
And they're at 34 feet. So he needs to trim 4 feet off of those big, thick walls that he has, either in the front or the back or something like that, on the second floor level. Am I reading this correctly?
I read it as 15'4" and 14'7".
That's on the right side. I'm talking about the left side,
Oh,
where it
I
says
see.
open to below.
Yeah.
So that wall on the left side is 34.6 feet long.
Yeah, which doesn't make sense because part of the end of it is
Like wings.
a front porch.
Yeah, so they need to shrink that down to 30 max. They could take off that wing on the back. You know.
Yeah,
Something.
yeah. So, and they indicated as number 1 on page A-21.
Okay, so the
other thing too is I would say while they're doing it, some interesting element. Because even if it's 30 feet, it's just gonna be a 30-foot wall by 25 feet high.
well, if you look at, yes, look at it. Look, I mean, that's, oof. If you look at page 24, north elevation, that's a big blank wall. That's not,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They indicated on the print page A-21 as element number 1.
yeah, I don't, but it's,
That needs to get fixed.
well,
That's cool. Well,
yeah. The code specifically says. Wall planes shall be designed in such a manner as to provide movement and articulation to prevent extensive blank walls. But whether it's tiled or whatever, it's still a huge blank wall. So it needs to have movement, which means something going on there. The windows on the south side. That's now south side. They have windows that face out onto the neighbor. Windows number 6. East side windows, aluminum fixed, the silver black color frame, dark bronze finish. So issues with the windows on the south side overlooking the neighbor in the rear 2/3. They need to be done in a way that's secure, views down into the neighbor. And then the roof deck on the top. You had the same comment, which is you can have a roof deck as long as it's under 28 feet, but you can't, needs to be designed in a way that obscures viewing to the adjacent property. Roof deck shall be designed in such a manner as to diminish visibility into abutting properties. So if this handrail is up right up to the edge, which it looks like it is in elevation east. It's, somebody can conceivably go and stand and look right into their neighbor's yard, so. They would have to set it back so that there's a line of sight. Let me see if they did that, because we brought this up. Hold on, Jake.
Did have a line of sight.
Yeah, they did. They're, put-
822.
I don't know, but they did do it. Okay, so yes, sorry, I didn't scroll down far enough. But I'm still, to me, it looks like they actually are proving their point that you could actually stand there and look into your neighbor's yard, doesn't it? Doesn't that kind of say, hey, we're watching you in your pool? So have an issue with that. And plants, have a tendency to die, so I'm a little bit concerned about relying on plants as a privacy screen. Especially when they're on the roof with no water supply and stuff. But if you look at the front elevation, it does look like that carport goes all the way across. So, but it's not reflective on the survey. Any other feedback? So they can listen to this recording and listen to our feedback. We prefer that they come and actually present it to us. Because considering we weren't here last week, maybe they are our give and take on that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, they, looking at the way the renderings work, they very clearly do not need that last tile.
Yeah. Yeah, I do have some concern on the front facade. It's just a flat box. There's no play or in the roof line. You sure you didn't just want to say facade again? I mean, they technically do have the second story higher in the middle. So they are showing the 1 foot difference, but to me, there's nothing in that front facade. There's just nothing more than a 25-foot wall. Facade. Yeah. You do. So I would like to see them break that up a little bit. Any other comments? No? All right, so we can move this to second review if they are okay with our comments. The code does say flat top roof house.
Wasn't this the second review?
So I tend to think that first one was, they had not applied for the application yet.
Yeah, but I thought that we told them that we would, if they applied and they addressed a bunch of our concerns, that we would count that as. It's from my memory, where it's usually the one that writes that stuff down. But
Yeah.
my understanding was, hey, we have all of these things you need to fix, like for instance, the open height and stuff like that. And off of that, so I feel like they and the 30-foot side pieces and stuff like that. So I feel like what I would say is I'm comfortable this being the second review, but I'm not comfortable going through a third and final without them coming in and asking.
So I'd like to make this, I would make this, continue this, the first review. If they were here and we were talking to them, it's one thing, but to have them come back as the next review as being the final. I would stick with the first review, and the next time would be second review. All right, all good. Move to. All right, next meeting is next Monday. Are we good? Everybody Very good. I don't think Ed will be here, so it'll be the three of us plus Pablo, I believe.
In June is when things start getting sporty for me as far as like, do we know, are we listed on the website as like taking applications for other? I forget what it was, like alternate. We still,
We still have another position available, for it, but I don't know if they advertise it.
that's what I was saying, it's like, if we only had 4, I know that we were on I think the main page for Village of Biscayne Park, like, hey, apply, or like, come be on the planning and zoning board. So now that we have 5, I just want to make sure that that hasn't gone away. I know that he has stuff going on, but like Pablo, it would be good because Pablo doesn't make all of them, the summer is more tough. Yeah.
But we're doing pretty good.
Huh? No, he's supposed to be a full.
He's supposed to be, he was appointed as an alternate,
Oh, he
but
was?
but he's acting as a full member, so.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's the purpose of an alternate. If there's not a full member, you basically become a full member. But if the point came up that somebody actually applied, my first question would be, Pablo, is do you want to stay as an alternate or do you want to move into the permanent position?
Yeah.
So,
I just see in the summertime that it would be like, as long as we're on there, like, there's not that many people that get that excited about it, but I would feel bad if we aren't saying, hey, we'll take more of you.
I mean, we survived last year.
We
made
did,
it work.
but we had to
We just had to-
reschedule
we did-
last week. Like,
we-
I just feel bad both for everybody out there, but like, I know most of June I'm gone. There's probably a good chance that I'm not gonna be able to put stress. July, I think, but August.
Well, I'm gonna ask everybody to come to the next meeting and have your summer schedule set, or so we can say, okay, we're gonna have 3 on this June 2nd, 3 on June 16th, July 7th. You know,
Edward needs his Puerto Rico. I mean, you need your Puerto Rico.
I do. I might not even be, I'm actually not gonna be here no, I'm not gonna be here for the July 7th because I will be. But, you know, I'll just declare that next week, so it'll be all. But, you know, we can always take another member, you know?
Yeah.
There's not a big people knocking down the doors who want to be on this board.
Well, all I want to do is make sure that we're on the website as like, hey, yeah, we're looking for more people. So
Yeah.
that if somebody's like, oh, I would do it, but I didn't know that you guys were looking for it, then we would be able to.
I mean, who knows, this gentleman that was here tonight, maybe he's a new resident, wants to be involved.
Motion to.
No, so our next meeting will be on the 19th. Then the following meeting after that will be on June 2nd. So motion to adjourn, please. 8:60. Thank you for everybody. Thank you, Linda, for stepping in. So, Isha. 8:60.
8:50.
Every time I liked her very much at first, but every time that I would walk in there, she wouldn't even turn around in her chair. And the entire time, like every time that I would go in, she basically would just look at the computer screen and not be doing it. Yeah, it was kind of like, I was like, all right, cool, like that's, I would be like, hi, Felicia, and then she would turn around and be like, hi. I'm like, I know you can hear my voice when I'm talking to us. But yeah, it was slightly odd. You want to see something weird / conspiratorial?